Hello, I'm Janine Bray-Mueller, and I will be speaking at the 2017 TESOL Colloquium in Paris. It's going to be a great event, and I'm glad that I'll be able to share with other interested freelance teachers information about how to find students and why you don't. When language teachers first start out in their teaching careers, they often work with language schools. And language schools have to survive as well, but teachers cost money in the form of social security contributions, taxes, holiday pay, etc. And language schools also need and have the facilities to find replacement teachers when the teachers go sick. And they also do student acquisition tasks because all language schools need to find new students. But this all costs money. Consequently, once employed language teachers suddenly find themselves as freelancers, and this inevitably brings problems that practicing employed teachers didn't have to face before. Irregular income, endless supply of students, etc., etc. And as freelancers, these teachers now face problems in how to run a teaching business. For example, if you have no students, you haven't any income. But what about the price? What price do you charge for your lessons and courses? Do you go with the so-called going rates? What is that, please? And suddenly you realize there exist price dumping problems on the market. Freelance teachers realize they are just one of thousands of others on the global teaching market. So suddenly visibility on the market becomes a major question. And of course, how can you develop a viable teaching business? And this is when freelance teachers recognize that finding students is very often a hit and miss affair. It becomes a major survival problem, and the motivation dies, unfortunately, together with a lack of students and money. And this is what I call the 3-year death cycle of a teaching business. Freelance teachers don't want a system that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. They need a simple structure that lays the foundation for a steady stream of new students, one that's not complicated, a structure that is doable, and a simple structure that will help raise your teaching service business visibility on the teaching market and make your teaching business viable. So let me introduce how freelance teachers are going to achieve this structure in my presentation, how to find students and why you don't. The presentation will cover 3 main sections. The first is about a classical problem in student acquisition. The second is about the teaching niche, and the third is about what I call the preferred student profile. In the first section, I'll be talking about why it's apparently so difficult to find students. Freelancers have to give students reasons why they should enroll in their courses, because if they don't, they won't. And incredible as it sounds, the reason why most freelance teachers are having problems finding students is that they are in fact sabotaging their own efforts when they advertise their teaching services. I'll be explaining why it appears that students choose by price or by location, and I'll also explain how teaching prices will psychologically influence a potential student's decision to enroll in a freelancer's lesson or course. I'll talk about my Pinneberger-Trout-Stieler concept and the Joshua Bell concept for success. The second section of the presentation is about the teaching niche itself. I'll be talking about the problems and solutions, and I'll explain what a teaching niche is and how it is a tiny part of a much bigger element. And I'll also explain how it creates visibility on the global teaching market. Another point is whether a teaching niche is viable. That is it worth your while to create one? I say yes, because it also enables you to increase your passive income. In this third section, I'll be explaining a concept I call the preferred student profile, who this is and how you find him. This is not about having a favorite student. It's about a preferred student who is going to be the representative of all your future students. This preferred student will give freelancers the foundation of their teaching business. This preferred student is important because he will help you in providing the information you need to create your teaching information package for your websites, for your brochures, your business cards, etc. In addition, this preferred student will be instrumental in how you write up this information, and that is why I'll also be explaining a few common pitfalls when writing up the teaching information package. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation teaser, How to Find Students and Why You Don't. I hope to see you at the TESOL Colloquium in Paris this year, but if you have any questions before or even after the TESOL Colloquium, you can contact me by email. Thank you.